Member for Carlton.
Madam Speaker, this government first got rid of balanced budgets, and now they've gotten rid of budgets altogether. We haven't had one of those in 2 years, but this economic statement proposes to raise the debt limit to $1.8 trillion. That's $1 trillion higher than the debt was only a year ago. The combined debts of all governments are now bigger than the entire GDP for the first time in recorded history. And if you add up business, household, and government debts, we have a debt to GDP ratio of 387%, which is the highest on record, twice the historic average, bigger than the U.S. during the subprime crisis, bigger than Greece during that debt crisis, bigger than 41 of the 45 biggest debt crises in the last century. Does the honourable member believe that if this government and this country fails to reduce its debt ratio before interest rates return to normal, that we will indeed have a massive debt crisis on our hands here in Canada?
The honourable member for North Okanagan-Shuswap.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the member from Carlton for his question, and I certainly agree with him that unless we get our spending under control, the risk of increased interest rates is an incredible threat to this country. I lived through the recession of 1981-82, when basically there was so many job loss you couldn't buy a job. Interest rates over 20%. I personally paid over 9% on a primary mortgage. Our second mortgage was over 12.5%. Those kind of interest rates are possible, and if we don't get government spending under control, and also the terms that this borrowing is done under, most of it has been done under short-term rates that are subject to change. Much of it needs to be, if it's going to continue, needs to be done under better terms than this government has negotiated. Thank you.